Bull or bear? Well, the coin lands on a bear. In my hand on top of that, right off the desk. Good evening. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the live Sloppy Joe Duval Street camera up right now, and you can tell that there is a fresh boatload of tourists right off the cruise ship enjoying. Look at this. Walking down the street, a couple beers in their hand, they're enjoying themselves. Absolutely. As much as us Floridians like to pick on tourists, we do. I'm sorry to say that. If you're outside the state of Florida and you come to Florida, tourists are just kind of like easy targets for people that live in an area for a long time. We pick on tourists, but you know what? To some degree, the reason you pick on them, no matter where you're from, whatever destination in the world that is kind of a tourist area like Florida is, they're easy targets, but you envy them because here we are working. I'm working. And I'm even working right now doing these videos, even though I do these videos, they're kind of, well, it becomes like work a little bit, but they're fun as well. I'd rather be down there hanging out with the tourists, enjoying themselves on Duval Street in Key West, live like they are. But I'm not. I'm working hard like the rest of you hardworking stiffs out there, and we're going to talk about what we're here to talk about, not how we'd rather be vacationing in the Keys, because all of us would love to be here right now. But what's going on in the markets right now? And what's going on in the markets? Same old shingle, same old, but just a different day. Monkey Hammer Monday. Should I say Sunday night? Because that's really when the markets kind of got monkey hammered in the overnight markets, as you can tell right here. Spots courtesy of CCE. They've been a data source for coin dealers and precious metals dealers for decades and decades. One of the great online services for wholesalers out there. Just wanted to give them a little cred for their spot prices, which are wonderful. I've been using for quite some time. When I say wonderful, they're nice because for our purposes, they're static, and we can kind of see they're not moving all the time. We can kind of see where things closed at and where they opened at, what the highs and lows are. And as far as silver, the most manipulated, monkey-hammered, bullshit COMEX CME group traded product out there. Silver 23.42 currently right now. The aftermarkets are open, but take a look at this range, $22.80 to $24. I mean, folks, that's not organic. There's people out there with I think I did a video earlier last week, and it said $18 silver next question mark. People that didn't watch the video, kind of gave me a thumbs down on it because they were saying that I'm predicting $18 silver, and that was just or it was just a clickbait title. That was anything that not the truth at all. Not a clickbait title. Not anything to do with my belief that silver is going to $18. That video was simply implying that the powers to be, and this is not conspiracy, this is fact, the powers to be, which are the big commercial banks in the COMEX CME group markets, have had for decades and decades the ability to drive these markets down, not because they're hedging, not because that they're investing in silver, simply because they know how to manipulate these markets. They've been doing it for decades, and the CME group allows them to do it in their casino. But again, not here to talk about that. Just so sick of talking about that. We're here to talk about what the physical prices actually are at the moment. Bounced off a low at 22.80. We're sitting at 23.49, and I think the market's probably on Sunday night open in that 24.18 range because I'm certain the high wasn't during the day today. I've stopped even watching these intraday movements because I know most of them are just pure bullshit, just pure paper derivative bullshit, paper markets that really don't mean anything. They're not organic. The fact that the silver market was down by over $1 wasn't people selling real silver. There's no real silver out there available. It was people selling bullshit paper derivatives, bullshit paper not backed by any silver whatsoever. But again, same old story, different day. I'm not going to talk about it right now. Just kind of going to point out these prices by the frickin' dips. You know, if you were able to buy at 22.80, which I don't think anyone was able to, because that was when we were all sleeping here on the East Coast. And if we're sleeping on the East Coast, you West guys coast are definitely in your deepest state of sleep. So, because you're behind us, nobody was able to buy at that 22.80 mark that I'm aware of, because it happened prior to any of us East Coast people waking up. All right, when New York markets actually open. The world markets, maybe the overnight Globex markets, they're as crooked as the New York COMEX markets. But again, I digress, just sick of talking about it. I do like talking about this. I think this is cool. The Supreme Court rejects appeals of ex-Deutsche Bank traders and metal spoofing. A lot of you forget that Deutsche Bank also had big issues with metal spoofing. It wasn't just JP Morgan out there spoofing metals. It was Deutsche Bank, and as we know, even current to this day, a lot of other banks out there. I would dare to say Citibank included, Bank of America, all the big major banks have gotten in on that little silver scam that they've all been doing for the last 4 decades. Driving it up $5, letting the managed money get themselves heavily involved, driving it back down. But again, Ted Butler talks about this, how crooked these markets are. But nice to see that the Supreme Court rejects the appeals of ex-Deutsche Bank traders and metal spoofing, which means that if there's appeals by the JP Morgan traders that just got convicted not too long ago, is this the first time or second time? I forget. That their appeal will probably get rejected as well. So, you know, there's a lot. It's no longer in the conspiracy, the ranks of conspiracy theory that gold, silver, and probably platinum markets as well. I'm sure of it, because that's a small market too. Have been manipulated for decades, and still are continuing to be manipulated, like the price of silver is. Again, all you got to look at is the trading activity in the last 24 hours to know that these prices are manipulated, all right? But you'll never get any satisfaction on that, because no one's going to investigate. Who's there investigating? You know, you got the CFTC out there that they're worthless as tits on a log. The CFTC is so. And look, they're the same people that were going to regulate cryptocurrencies, and that were talking to that Sam Bankman-Fried on his fraud case. So, I mean, they were worthless, all right? They're still worthless today, especially when it comes to the gold, silver, and platinum markets. There's nothing, again, worthless. CFTC worthless when it comes to that. But again, we have in our court system, we have evidence. We have evidence that JP Morgan, and as you can see here, Deutsche Bank traders have been charged with spoofing gold and silver and precious metals markets. This only adds to the ammunition that we have, that we're no longer in conspiracy theory. Anyone that calls you conspiracy theory theorists when it comes to the manipulation of gold, silver, and platinum markets, tell them to take that conspiracy theory bullshit and stick it up their asses, because that's about that's about the truth of it. It's absolutely true out there. And what did I say here? George, where is it? George, I didn't put the George Costanza thing up here. I was gonna, what is that George Costanza quote? It's only a lie if you believe. Hold on, crap, I forgot what it was. It has something to do with, it says, it's only a lie if you believe it, or something like that, or don't believe it. All right, I've lost myself here. Going too far. Well, anyways, interesting conversation I had with that AI, that AI program I was telling you about, chatopenai.com. I recommend you all go in there and have some fun with it. I typed this in tonight, which is, how rare is silver? An interesting reply here. And again, remember, these replies, the data is derived from things like Wikipedia. The data is derived from news sources. Most of your corporate mainstream sources is where the data is derived from. But I found the reply very interesting when I asked this, how rare is silver? Silver is not considered a rare metal, as it is abundant in the Earth's crust and is mined in many countries around the world. However, it is less common than gold. That blew me away. Really? Less common than gold? How so? We're going to ask that in 1 second here. And certain other metals, and its relative rarity can affect its price. Okay, so I'm going to query it here. How, as per your answer, how is silver Give me 1 second here. Less common than gold. All right, ready? Let's see. I don't even know what the answer is going to be because I found this kind of fascinating right here, and I wanted to share this with you guys here real quick. All right, let's hit the reply button here. As per your answer, how is silver less common than gold? Well, let's see how long it takes to reply here. See, now this is kind of contrary to what most of us, me, understood even. I believe, oh, it's not done answering. Ready? All right. There are a few ways in which silver is considered less common than gold. Occurrence. Silver is found in the Earth's crust at a lower concentration than gold, while gold is typically found in small, concentrated deposits. Silver is more widely distributed and often found in lower concentrations. Oh, interesting. I don't think it's done answering me, too. I think it's still looking. Yep, take a look at that. There are a few ways which silver is considered less common than gold. You know what? I'm going to come back to this because it looks like it's taking some time to come up with the next answer. But interesting reply here saying that this AI bot saying that silver is less common than gold. And I find that interesting as well. Crust at lower concentrations than gold, while gold is typically found in small concentrated deposits. Silver is more widely. But how does that make, again, I guess I have to ask, how does that make silver rarer than gold? Oh, I'm sorry, gold. And let me see if it answers me. Oh, interesting. I think I stumped it here because it's kind of lagging right now in its response. Well, anyways, this is a live feature right here. I'm not going to make you wait for the response. I kind of thought it was cool. I thought I could follow through with this and keep asking its questions while I had you online here, but I guess that's not the case. Where am I going here next? I'm going to go over here and answer some questions from yesterday's. My gosh, it's still answering my question here. Let me see. Maybe a refresh might work there. Oh no, I think I just really screwed it up. And regenerate response. Let's regenerate that and see what happens here. Sorry, man, I don't mean to bore you or anything like that, but looks like I'm not getting much. Oh, there we go. In the Earth's crust, blah, blah, blah. Kind of, okay, here we go. The average concentration of silver in the Earth's crust is estimated to be around 0.08 parts per million, while the average concentration of gold is around 0.00. Mixed with other metals make it difficult and costly to extract and refine. You know, there's kind of some interesting questions here. I think what I'll do next time on one of my videos when I do this next time, I'll ask the questions ahead of time and I'll read them to you like I did before because the lag time here is taking a little bit too much. But wow, I think this is really an interesting response by this AI program. Again, that the AI program here derives its data and information from mainstream sources, Wikipedia, colleges, papers, all kinds of official stuff. That's where it primarily gets its data, not from me. So, but I'm going to kind of do these questions ahead of time and get into that next time. I kind of hope to do this live with you and ask questions. But wow, really, what an interesting response with this. And I'll follow up with you guys later. Meanwhile, I'm going to cut this video short, not short, but I'm going to answer a few questions here in my last video, which was silver to the moon. And again, we're going to get there, man. We're going to get there. I think, as Ted Butler points out all the time, that the physical shortages and the physical problems that they have in there in this non-organic marketplace that we have here, this manipulated marketplace that we have here, is going to blow up in their faces. And I think he's absolutely correct about that. And if it doesn't blow up in their faces, they're going to have to fix it before they do. So what is going to happen here? Is the CME Group going to fix this manipulation that's happening in their casino called the COMEX Silver? Or is it going to just blow up in everybody's faces, and markets are going to naturally go up because of that? Because remember, silver is not just a metal that people that invest in it buy. It's also an industrial metal. It's needed in industry. It's needed in the photoelectronic industry. It's needed in the electronic industry. So without silver, things come kind of to a halt. So anyway, we've got a lot of things coming up here that if the CME group doesn't fix this manipulation, that it will blow up in their faces, and we're going to see a huge move upward in the price of silver at some point. Man, I completely avoided gold tonight, but I talk about gold all the time. This is a silver night. Silver to the moon, folks. And anyways, again, I kind of lost myself here. Oh, man, what a long day. Let's get into, let's see if there's any questions here I can answer. By the way, I'd like to acknowledge everyone that comments in my comment section here. Appreciate everyone. There's some funny shit out there too. Again, gonna move through this pretty quick tonight. Rick G-Man says, hi Brian, I really enjoy your nonsense videos. Made a good trade today. A little 81 ounces. Hey, you got a good rapport with your local coin store in your local area. That's pretty cool, man. I can't tell you enough how much important it is to develop a local brick and mortar relationship, especially with gold, silver, and platinum. As a, not as opposed to, but as an addition to any online sources you have for precious metals. Because really, remember, the bottom line is that you guys have got to buy the stuff at the cheapest possible price you can without paying stupid premiums. And if the only place you can do that is online, that's it. But I always encourage people to try to go out there and find a good local dealer. For a couple reasons. It keeps the money local. It supports local businesses, and I love brick and mortars. I mean, I'm old school. I love brick and mortars. There's something soulless about buying online. I'm sorry, but it's true. It just, I don't know. Well, anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for your comment there, Rick and G-Man. I appreciate that. I hope I pronounced that right. Mr. 3 for special. Oh, I'm going to mess these up tonight. I was waiting to hear you mention the 1 ounce buffalo, what you pay for them. Hey, I can tell you that. Hang on one second. Oh, man, this is an old sheet. Sorry about that. Didn't bring my new sheet here with me. Got my crib notes, but didn't bring the new ones here. But I suspect that right now on 1 ounce, we're probably paying like spot plus $1. And on the sell side, spot plus $3 or so. Actually, maybe even a little cheaper, spot plus $2.85 on 1 ounces right now is what we're selling for. But I think we're paying $1 over or somewhere thereabouts. Thanks for commenting. Appreciate you watching. Zane Underwood, what's up there? Darren, I can't even read tonight. My eyes are so tired, man. Long day. I guess I got to just thank everybody here for watching. I'm going to cut short here just because, man, I'm tired, man. Got to eat something. Haven't eaten yet. Just been nonstop all day. That's it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Trying to lob out another video tonight. I hope I did okay. And hey, thanks for watching. If you're looking to buy precious metals anywhere in South Florida, we're a brick and mortar. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. Come by and visit us anytime. Whether you're buying dollars worth of gold, silver, and platinum to $1 million worth of gold and silver and platinum, come by and see us. We're open 10 to 4, and we can accommodate you. Really, that's about it. I'm going to cut it short. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow.